So, just gonna test doing a video on my iPad. I've had this for like a week now. It's just until yesterday, there wasn't much to review. Uh, like the only thing that there was the Ferrari review, but I forgot to do it on my iPad. Just did it on my phone. Actually, there was something I forgot to mention in it, but I don't remember what it is. Or was that something? Oh no, it was. We'll move on. This video will contain spoilers. For Echo, I have not seen the ratings of the show. So this is going to be my blind reaction to them. Really? There we go. Echo. Mixed ratings. Okay. I'll take those. Disney Plus original series, although I think there might be something with Hulu in it. But despite that, I watched it on Disney Plus. Vincent D'Onofrio, Devery Jacobs, Charlie Cox. Is that really all the cast you're going to give me? Because it feels like it extends. It feels like there's more. Because Cody Lightning, like, he's nearly going off the screen, so, like, give me the rest of the cast. Jeremy Renner also appears through archival footage of Hawkeye. I don't know why I sound like I have a cold. I don't think I do. I'll have to look up the cast on my phone. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I think it's supposed to go past Cody Lightning. And it's not. He is the last person that Google credits. So, the show is amazing, in my opinion. Like, action-wise, the only thing better than it, if we're talking, like, no superpowers. I mean, I get the Echo does have superpowers, but she doesn't do much with them. And I don't think there's any action scenes with them, except for the last episode, but that wasn't really... That was more like using her powers to get out of her restraints to fight people instead of using her powers to fight people. But what I'm trying to say is that out of all the Marvel stuff where there's fight scenes with no powers, the only thing better than this is Daredevil. Because, I mean, how the fuck do you beat Daredevil? Dylan made the point, and I do agree with this. Like, I didn't see the trailer or anything, but he said that he wasn't excited for the show because it seemed like they were just going dark, or, you know, trying to be like, oh, look at us, we're dark, same way the Titans did. And yeah, Titans fucking sucks. I didn't see the trailer, so I didn't have a comment on it, but I just knew that they were doing something more dark, which... There's not much there that's much darker. There's like a scene where Kingpin beats the shit out of a guy for being a dick to Maya. And then Maya sees that happen and be like, and just starts kicking the guy. Some of the fight scenes, like Echo or Maya, could be quite rough, but that said, there's not like any fucks in it or anything. Oh, and there was also a line where Maya says like something along the lines of Kingpin's dead, it's time for a queen, or something like that. Fuck off. Like, did you not... I get that this was filmed before the Marvels came out, but I feel like you should have seen what people thought of the Black Girl Magic line from the Marvels and went, we have a similar line in our show, but we better fix it somehow. Also, my brother said that like he watched it ahead of me because I was watching season 2 of What If. He said that half of episode 1 is just a recap of Loki. It's not. Like, maybe two scenes of episode 1 are just taken, or did I say from Loki? I mean Hawkeye. Like two scenes at most are just taken from Hawkeye. Like there's the one where Maya discovers her, I think it's her dad dead from the Ronin, and then another one where like the Ronin catches up to her, and like takes his hood off and oh my god, it's Jeremy Renner. That's it. Like yeah, there are scenes that take place during Hawkeye, and then it cuts to 5 months later. But that's it. That's not really a recap. So overall, I think it's a great series. The critical drinker can go fuck himself because he uploaded a video called Echo, Marvelous Flop, because he thinks he's funny. And I mean, yeah, it's considered a flop when no one watches it, but I feel like it's as much of a flop as I Am Groot. Like, I don't think Disney are crying over the amount of money they lost from making I Am Groot, and I don't think they're crying over the amount of money they lost over this. It's like, I don't mean to compare the downfall of Disney to a war, but it's like the Germans hearing that they lost the Somme. Like, it's so minuscule that no one cares except for the haters. Anyway. Training Day. Universally positive ratings, directed by Antoine Fuqua. I watched it on DVD. Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke. I don't know if Antoine Fuqua appears in it or not. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was quite funny in this. Cliff Curran, right? There's something familiar about him. What has he been in? It's not going to be any of those. Raymond Cruz. It's great. It didn't end the way I expected at the end. Like I thought it was going to be. You know, Ethan Hawke's character is this like I don't know what the word is, but he's not corrupt, and he seems uncorruptible, but then by the end of the film, he's like, fuck it. But then there was the scene where Denzel Washington is like, I planned this from the start. You're smoking PCP, you killed the guy, there's all that. And then it ended with, I mean, Jake didn't kill Alonzo, but Jake's actions got him killed intentionally. So it is amazing with Jake's uncorruptible morality. Love that. Denzel Washington's performance in this. I haven't seen a lot of his films. I've just seen Equalizer trilogy, Man on Fire, seen Elsewhere. I think that might be it. This is his best performance. Like, I've heard people calling Denzel Washington the best currently working actor. And with this, I can see why. Anyway. Final review. Mr. Corman. Actually, I think I might just... There's no photo here, is there? Nah. I get that the show wasn't intentionally done in one season, it was just cancelled. Like, if they... You know, if Joseph Gordon-Levitt was asked to do a season 2, he would have said yes. But I feel like the show is better off as a miniseries. Like, each episode tells stories of, I guess, relatable situations and potentially how they get over them, or maybe just not getting over them. Like, episode 1 was he goes on a date, it goes terribly. Episode 2 was he's having a panic attack and nothing's helping. Like, he's not able to go to a doctor or anything like that because of stuff. Episode 3, I'll admit, I don't know what to say there, except for maybe the family situations. I don't know. Episode 4 is kind of the same. It's more just focusing on Victor than Josh. Episode 5, I don't know about that. I feel like that was just there to lead up into episode 6, like grief. Episode 7, I feel like if the show were more popular, there'd be some trans woman making a video essay on how great it is. Because, and don't get me wrong, episode 7's a great episode. It just not in the way that this hypothetical person thinks. Like, the whole thing is how Josh's life could have been, and how he should be grateful for what he has instead of yearning for what he doesn't have. Like, there's ones where he's dead, there's ones where he's a total prick, and there's ones where he's really successful. So I'm taking tablets. Like, even though it's January, I've got a really bad case of hay fever. So I'm taking my hay fever tablets, plus I got stuff for like acid reflux. So I can relate to episode 7 because I have had thoughts of like what could have been, and I've come to the conclusion that I should be grateful for what I have, because it could have been a lot worse for me. Anyway, what was episode 8 again? Oh, right. I feel like the timing of episode 8 was great. I thought that the show was like a post-corona thing, like, but no, episodes 1 to 7 actually take place before the pandemic. Like, I thought that the way that it was going to work was that you had 1 to 7, which take place in 2021. Then you have episode 8, which flashes back to 2020. Then 9 and 10 are back to 2021. But no, the show was conceived in 2019. And so they used Corona as a plot point for the last 3 episodes. Which is a shame, because if episode 8 was a flashback instead of a flash forward, you could use that as an example of how paranoid people were during the pandemic, because Josh, like, he's reading up about shit. When his roommate comes in, he's like, take your shoes off. I've heard that it transfers through Corona, or no, Corona transfers through feet, or just shit on the ground, I mean. Victor comes with dinner. Josh washes his hands, opens the bag, washes his hands, takes out the burger and chips and stuff, puts them on a plate, washes his hands, goes to put it in the microwave, but realizes, oh shit, he needs to touch a door handle, washes his hands, puts the stuff in the microwave, puts the microwave on. Somehow 2 massive plates can fit in his fucking microwave. It doesn't make sense. That microwave looks smaller than mine, and mine can fit 1 plate. I don't get it. Anyway, takes the stuff out, washes his hands. They go to eat it, but now I don't know this because I'm not a guy who eats vegetables. But Victor's like, why the fuck did you microwave lettuce and tomato? You can't do that. So they put it in the freezer for a bit. Take it out after like 2 minutes. Go to eat it, still shit. Josh gets more paranoid by a corona. So he sneaks into his old bedroom at his mum's house and it's like, Mum, can you make me dinner every day for 14 days? We're not gonna have any contact with you, or you're just gonna leave it in front of my door. I'll open the door, eat it, take a shower, come back to my room, and stay in my room for the rest of the day, and do that for 2 weeks. Like, that's the way that I saw. I thought it was all Joseph Gordon-Levitt being, we were so paranoid last year, and it's ridiculous. But no, episodes 9 and 10 also take place in 2020, which means it can't really be seen. I don't think that was the intention now, that there's 2 more episodes of Corona. Like, I feel like, does Joseph Gordon-Levitt still do that? Does he wash his hands every time he goes to do something? Fuck off. Like, let's go to episode 9, which was him talking to his dad. That was a great episode. I don't think I have anything to say there. Then episode 10 was a date on Zoom. And it feels sort of like a mix between the Before trilogy and True Detective season 1. Because they talk a lot about philosophical stuff. Like, Josh sees science as stories, and Jamie Chung is like, but so are you saying that Corona is just a story? I'm like, no. And they come to an agreement of like, science is a story that gets truer and truer every day. Oh, and also there's a bit where Josh and Jamie Chung are like, yeah, you're white, you're male, you got privilege. Like, is you both living in the same fucking lockdown? You both have the same shit going on. In fact, arguably, Jamie Chung's fucking life is better than Josh's. Because she's going out back into the world to work, whereas he's doing it over Zoom. Don't say that Josh is privileged when you're more privileged than he is. Anyway, don't get me wrong, I still really like the last 3 episodes. I just don't like their... I don't want to say pro-Corona stuff, because obviously it's not. But I don't know what to say. I'm just going to end the video. I prefer doing it on my phone, so I'm going to keep doing it on my phone and just use my iPad as like a backup in case both my phone and my tablet are dead.